In 79 AD, the residents of the city heard two distinct bangs. Over the next 48 hours, they experienced what could only be described as the end of the world. Welcome to ancient Pompeii. In this video, we're going to take you around the remains of Pompeii city itself, see the destruction that was left behind, and we're even going to go up to the crater of Mount Vesuvius itself. Oh my God, this is so cool. I am walking along one of the roads of ancient Pompeii. As you can see, this place is completely, perfectly preserved for us to explore. The whole city is open for exploration. So this place is not necessarily a museum, it's considered a city. To me, it's an open museum because it's incredible. We're gonna go and walk through the villas, the houses, the brothels. We're gonna go and see what was left on the walls. And we're even gonna go find some mummified remains of residents of Pompeii. This here is the typical size of a villa for the elite that used to live in Pompeii. And you can even see they still have the decorations on the wall, the wallpaper of the past. And this place is incredible. It's so much more beautiful than I thought it would be. You can really get a sense of what it was like to live here. It's not just some old ruins and you can just kind of see the outline of the house. You can walk through like the rooms of the village. You can walk down the streets of Pompeii. It is a city frozen in time and it is incredible. You can absolutely understand what it was like to live here back in 79 AD. Wow, it's like a devil. The man's got horns on, he's got some dogs. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. The elite of Pompeii in the past had stunning houses. So the areas which were their gardens, of course, they have replanted and made them as how they used to look back then, so they're actual garden spaces, and they are so beautiful. Over here, is that an apple tree? Yes. Wow. All the apples. Everything is stunning.
So they say this place was buried alive, and it really was, from historical accounts, because there were actually survivors here in Pompeii. The pumice stone that was ejected out of the volcano reached the height of the roofs which line the street right here. Can you imagine how scary that would have been? Just so much rockfall coming out of the sky and covering the streets. A lot of people took shelter in their houses, but a lot of those roofs did not support the amount of rock that actually came out of the sky.
Now, of course, we may be romanticizing Pompeii, but this is evidence of what it really used to be like. These streets could be filled with animal dirt and much more, sewage and probably a lot of smelly, gross things. So these steps here were actually stepping stones to get across the street, when the street itself was covered with things you wouldn't want to walk in. When we talk about the destruction left over from Mount Vesuvius erupting, I think you think like everything would be obliterated. And it was in terms of the life of Pompeii, like so many people died and the animals that lived here, and essentially this was turned into a ghost town. But the actual city of Pompeii was really well preserved. As you can see, we're just walking around the streets of Pompeii. It's one of the best archaeological sites in the world to explore. You can even see the ruts in the road. Like a lot of evidence of ancient Rome has gone, especially the roads, because now they're all tarmacked. But this really is just what it was like. And like we said earlier, you have the stepping stones. You have a whole street of ancient Rome you can just walk down. There really isn't many places left in the world where you can explore like this, like as if you're literally stepping back in time. It really is like that.
So I've been listening to the book Pompeii by Robert Harris, and it's so detailed. One of the things I remember was talking about this red letter painting on the walls. We've just come across it. This is political propaganda for one of the candidates to be elected as an official in the town. And it's here preserved behind this plastic screen. But man, the history here, it's so well preserved. You can see this is actually like a thriving, living town. The fact that they have political candidates promoting themselves on the buildings, and it's preserved here for us to see. What, 2,000 years later, nearly?
Yeah.
Crazy. Was that the same cat?
Yeah. It was chasing this, it like the noise. We have a cat as our tour guide in Pompeii.
So here we are now in the Forum of Pompeii, and this is where the commercial activity would take place. There was a lot of political and judicial officers here for the civil duties of the city. And from here, you've got a really good view of Vesuvius, which would have been absolutely terrifying. Coming down here to pick up your fresh fruit or veggies from the market and just watching the whole top of the mountain just exploding off and shooting up into the sky. 33 kilometers into the sky, this column went. It's quite funny, even today, the city doesn't exist anymore like it used to, but it's still the central hub where everyone is congregating around the forum to discuss and talk about, I guess, the different aspects of Pompeii and life here in the city.
We're in one of the museums now, and it has lots of the pottery, like the personal belongings of the people who lived here, like jewelry and stuff. Now, these are true-to-life casts of some of the people, and they even have a small child here. It's so sad to see, it really is. You can't even imagine being buried alive. There would have been so much that the archaeologists discovered when they were unearthing this city. Imagine being an archaeologist, you would have been like, the most amazing discovery. There is a cafe, so we have stopped for lunch, and I've got a beautiful salad, and Corey's got some pizza. And actually, it looks like there's some really yummy options in there. We were very impressed with the cafe, and the whole place is full of cats, which I love too. From up here, you can really get a sense of how big Pompeii is, the ancient city, and I haven't really seen this perspective before of Pompeii. It's always down below, but this is definitely something you have to do. Go up to the restaurant and get the view of the entire city. It's just all sprawling out. And Vesuvius is completely there now. Before it was covered in cloud. But we can see her, and we're going to be up there very soon.
So from here, we've got a great view of Vesuvius, but you can also make out, see how high the land is? So that has not been excavated, this part here. We're on like a raised platform here. But then you can see how high the rockfall, the volcanic ash, and then all of the sediment and stuff that would have built up over the centuries that followed the burial of Pompeii. So there's still a lot to uncover here. So over the years, there is going to be many more discoveries. The actual total death toll of this eruption is still unknown.
Now that Vesuvius is free of cloud, you can really get an understanding of how big it was before it exploded. You can see how the top of the volcano is just completely missing, and if you follow the lines up, you can kind of have an understanding on how large it was. When it exploded, the thermal energy was 100,000 times stronger than that of Hiroshima. Absolutely insane.
It is so crazy to think that this whole city was buried completely for over 1,500 years.
It's amazing. This is one of the, for me, one of the most impressive views. The theatre area of Pompeii is beautiful. All these beautiful columns, and they have, I think they have two amphitheatres. It's like a smaller one and a larger one, and we can see loads of people over there sat down, so we're going to see if we can head up there too. Wow, this is really impressive. Oh, there's loads of like graffiti behind you. Whoa. So all the other bodies we've seen are just casts, but these are actual skeletons.
That's what they did to make the cast. They kind of uncovered carefully and the cavities that were left by the decomposed body in the volcanic ash. They removed the bones carefully and then filled it with plaster to make these casts. But I guess these are some of the bones of the people that were discovered here.
Those poor people. From the ruins of Pompeii to the mountain that caused it all, we are about to walk 1 kilometer to the crater of Mount Vesuvius. As you can probably guess, I'm already quite far up the mountain. As this is a national park, you have to pre-purchase tickets. Make sure you book them because they sell out far in advance. We managed to get one this morning with company, otherwise we would have missed out. But part of that tour included a 45-minute bus ride to the car park. So from Pompeii town up to the car park is around 30 to 45 minutes, and then you have about a 20-25-minute walk to the crater. Let's go.
So the thing that stands out to me already is all the rocks that they've cleared to make this pathway up to the top. This is all the stuff that would have been falling out of the sky after that immense eruption from Vesuvius, which covered Pompeii. And can you imagine these? They're quite heavy. That's like a couple of kilos. falling from tens of kilometers out of the sky onto your head, onto your roof. It would be pretty scary. There's also this area here, which is like the other peak. This is not Mount Vesuvius, it's called something else. But there's like a lava flow you can see where it's hardened, which came out of the summit of Vesuvius.
If you're lucky enough to get a clear day, which we more or less have, but a few clouds in the sky, you get incredible views. We can see all the way over to Naples, and as you're in the bus coming up the mountain, you can see the mountains over to the south, the entire coastline, and you can see some of the islands, including Capri Island. We're here. I think we're going to see the first view. I'm excited. Oh my God. I can see smoke. Oh, it's a bit sulfury smelling. That's crazy. Oh my God. This is so cool. Like, Pompeii is incredible, but this is cool.
The sheer walls of the crater kind of explain the velocity, the ferocity at which everything was shot out of it as it exploded. During the eruption, at the peak, it was emitting 1.5 million tons of rock per second. You can't even wrap your head around that figure. It's just ridiculous, the volume of stuff that was coming out of this rock, the volcano, when it was at full peak eruption. That's just mind-blowing.
That's so cool. Oh my God, it's active. It's a bit cooler up here as well because you're so high up, but I run hot anyway, so I'm enjoying it. But maybe you could bring a jumper up here. But wow, like the views are insane. And then you have this. It is so, I don't know, nature at its scariest.
Raw, yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what it would have been like. Oh my God, terrifying.
Charlotte, what do you think the chances are of it erupting while we're up here?
Why would you say that? Dear Lord, Corey.
They're slim, they're very slim, but it's not a 0% chance.
It did last have an eruption in 1944.
I think so, yeah.
Not as major as before, and then since then it's been in this quieter state. Oh my, that's busy. Okay, wow. I think, is this the end of the walkway?
I feel like, yeah. It's Pompeii down there somewhere.
Somewhere, it's hard to point out. When you're in Pompeii, you think it's really obvious where it is if you're on the volcano. But the volcano, when you're on it, I think it'd be really hard to point out Pompeii.
And then, in true Italian fashion, right at the end of the path, we have a little kiosk where you can get a nice beer and enjoy the view over the coast, all the way out to Sorrento and the Isle of Capri. Wow.
We're being enveloped by clouds now, which I kind of like. It's really cool. But this has been absolutely amazing. This is the perfect way to top off an experience of visiting Pompeii. Highly recommend you do Mount Vesuvius too. It really just combines it to make an amazing day here in Pompeii. We hope that you have enjoyed discovering the city that was buried alive with us. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more adventures. Bye!